Hey guys, and welcome to my kitchen. A lot of you guys asked me recently about a post that I posted on Instagram. I was showing you guys the roll recipe that I got from a cookbook that was actually made by a family of YouTubers that I've been following for like 5 years. So I thought it would be a great idea to, instead of replying to all of you and telling you how I made it, that instead I am going to show you. So let's get started. One of my favorite things about this recipe is that this is all you need. If you notice, there is no eggs, there is no milk, there is nothing that is going to expire as it sits on your kitchen counter. There's lots of bread recipes out there that call for those types of ingredients, and I was really excited when I saw that these don't, because that just means that they're gonna last that much longer and you don't have to make sure that they're put away in the refrigerator to keep them fresh. Hey Google, what is half of 1 tablespoon?
Half 1 U.S. tablespoon is approximately 7.393 milliliters.
Okay, so 4.5 teaspoons. So we are going to get our teaspoon. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then half is half. Okay. Now we're going to add our sugar, which says 1 tablespoon. So that's going to be 1.5 teaspoons of sugar. Okay, so we have our yeast and we have the food for the yeast. Don't forget the sugar. I made these once when I forgot my recipe book to take with me. The one thing that I forgot to do is put sugar in. My yeast mixture was not rising. It was just staying the same. I left it there for hours and I tried it 3 times. I was like, why is this not rising? Because I forgot the sugar, that's why. So now I am going to add, she says 1 cup of water, so we're just gonna add it up to 1/2 cup. And you'll see that it's gonna grow. I'll make sure that this is warm water that you put in there, and make sure to stir it together. Let's see if you can see that. And just enough to kind of get everything incorporated and there's no like big huge clumps. And then you're just gonna let it sit until it rises. Okay, so you see that it has already risen that much and it's only been like 10 minutes or so. So now is the perfect time to get the flour and sugar and all of that together. So let me show you what you're gonna do. Next we're going to add in the sugar. So you're going to need 1/4 cup of sugar. And some salt. You see it's almost bubbling over. So I gotta do this quick. Okay, so I'm mixing all of the flour and sugar and salt together. Now we are ready to pour in the yeast mixture. We're gonna use 1/4 cup of oil. We're going to do 1.5 cups of warm water. And now we have all of our ingredients. So we just need to start mixing our dough together. So I start doing this very gently and just kind of trying to make sure that all of the dry ingredients get incorporated with the wet ingredients. How could I resist your smile? Can we move on? So you see that it's like shaggy, like she says you want it to be shaggy, and that looks pretty shaggy to me. One thing I will say about this is that if you are wanting to make bread, make sure that you are prepared to get your hands dirty, because like literally, your hands are going to be your main tools here. Okay, so now our pan is all greased up and ready to go. And one thing that she says is that if the dough starts sticking to your hands, that you should use shortening or oil to put on your fingers. So I'm going to take my rings off, and I am going to go ahead and put the shortening on my fingers. There is my dough, and now I am going to start kneading it. And you want to knead it for about 10 to 15 minutes, literally. Like set a timer and just knead away.
I might be dreaming, you're stirring things up, my heart is beating. My heart is beating.
Here, I want to try to show you what I'm doing here. So you're going to take it and punch it down. And take it and punch it down. And you just keep working with it and working with it. Y'all, my arms feel like they are about to fall off. Seriously. I really think that people in the olden days, I bet you that the reason that they could eat so much bread and not gain a whole bunch of weight is because it is so much work to do this.
I can't say no, my heart is yours.
And then when it's all done, and it looks like it's about ready to rise, you're going to take a cotton towel and then cover it, and we're going to let it rise. And we'll come back in just about an hour and we'll see if it's ready. Also, I should probably let you guys know that you can't get this right now. It is sold out, but I did look it up on Amazon to see if you could actually order it there, and there is someone selling it for like over $200. So if you want to buy the actual book, I don't know how many options you're going to have, but again, if you want to, the matriarch of the entire family, her name is Jennifer. She is wonderful, and she actually made a video herself teaching you how she has done her bread recipe, and I think she said she's done it for like the last 40 years or something. Anyway, she's amazing. They're all amazing. Go and check out their channels. Okay, so now it's been about 1 hour and our dough has risen. You could let it rise a little bit more if you want to. I have had it actually where it like spills out over onto my counter before. But I mean, as long as it's risen to about double the size of what it was before, you should be good to go. So next thing that we're going to do is we are going to kind of punch it down. She says to punch it down, and I like to kind of knead it like one more time, kind of get everything the same texture, because as it rises, that like top part gets kind of harder, so you want to make sure that everything is still soft and gooey and kind of like bouncy. See how nice that looks? Okay, so now we are going to take our greased pan that we greased with shortening, and we're going to start forming our dough into rolls. So we're just going to pull. I have been like taking like a handful like about just that much, however much it would be to fill your entire palm of your hand. And then you kind of just work it out. And sometimes you might hear, I can feel like some little pops in there. And it feels like air bubbles are popping from inside of the dough. And I read about that on Google, and that is actually a good thing. You want that to happen. So you're going to kind of, she says she likes to, what does she say? She likes to wipe both sides of the dough on the greased sheet and generously coat them. So I just kind of like swirl it around in there and then pop it down like that. So I'm going to fill up my entire pan and get these rolls going. My 4-year-old son came in to me on Saturday morning and he didn't even say good morning. It was like 7 o'clock in the morning and he had just woken up, and he came in and he said, the first thing he said was, "Can I have some rolls?" I said, "We don't have any rolls." He said, "No, I want to make rolls." So that tells you how much he loves them. It's the first thing he was thinking about when he woke up in the morning. So these are definitely a hit for your whole family. And they're super easy, so not hard to make. And something that you can kind of let sit while it's rising. You don't have to be hovering over the kitchen for a long period of time. You can kind of like make it, let it sit, do something else, and then come back to it whenever you get a chance.
What you do, just keep on doing what you do, doing what you do, doing what you do, what you do, doing what you do.
The next thing that you are going to do is open a stick of butter, or you can open, a tub of butter, whatever you want to do. But this has been sitting out so it's a little bit melted, and you just kind of like dab the tops of them with butter. She actually makes like cinnamon rolls and scones and soup bowls and all kinds of things just from this one recipe. So it's a really good like staple basic recipe to use. Now I am going to take some kosher salt, some coarse salt, and I'm just gonna sprinkle the tops. Okay. And we're gonna preheat the oven to 375. Make sure that it's 375. That one time that I forgot my recipe book, I put it on 350 and my rolls did not cook long enough at all. And then you are going to put the towel back over your rolls so that they can rise, and then you're gonna wait for that to preheat, and as soon as it's done preheating, it should be ready to put them in the oven. These are ready to go in the oven. If you see, they are just barely touching, and that's when I have found is the best time to go ahead and put them in and get them to start baking, because they'll rise a little bit while they're in the oven.
Stole my heart, what is it?
Someone decided to join us. Say hi.
Hey.
Hi. Are we making rolls? Yeah. Okay, so the timer went off, and I'm gonna get,
Right.
these look fantastic. Watch out, Lila. I got a little helper. Say hi. Yeah, those are rolls. Rolls. Say yum yum. You say yum yum. Good job. Okay, so these look pretty good. And then just brush the tops of them. See how that really brings out that golden brown color? and makes them look really yummy. All right, and there you have it. They are beautiful. These are called Mom's Rolls from the Griffiths Family Recipes Cookbook. Amazing. You guys, I just have to show you how amazing and perfect these are. Do you see this flakiness? And oh my gosh, they just smell so good. They smell amazing.
I just wanna love